Okay. That's very good. Yeah. So, Nitish.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel today?
Sorry, sir.
How are you feeling today?
Sir, I'm good, sir.
Kavita, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Kavita, how long does it take for you to reach here?
Sir, I'll be in the direct session at 4 p.m. sir.
Okay, all right. Siddharth, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Naneshwar, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Prisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you sent to the US batch?
Yes, that's
Prisha, just in case, please send the link to Kiran once and Anjana once, if you don't mind. Can you?
Okay, sir.
You also have link to the Chrome link. Samita and
Okay.
Vidya kanisite Chrome link WhatsApp post kari.
Okay.
Iladi online ಎಲ್ಲಾದಿ
Okay.
message ಬರಲ್ಲ.
Sir, I sent the link to both of them, sir.
Right, thank you, Prisha. ಇಲ್ಲ இப்போ ಇಲ್ಲ
താഴെ രണ്ട് മെസ്സേജ് അങ്ങനെ പ്രാക്ടീസ്
close my WhatsApp. First WhatsApp. Don't close me. That's it. Okay, come back. Okay, so today is September 11th, 2021, and we have all the youth batch people here. So in our prayer, we will spend a little extra time for paying our tribute to the thousands and thousands of lives that were lost in the year 2001 on September 11th incident. So can you all rise up, please? Online people, I want you to rise up also. We did not say that in the video. We did not show that in the video.
Okay, sir.
Okay, come. Yeah. Repeat whatever I'm saying. I pray that you, my parents, my teachers, myself, to God, and to the person who has built this institution, that whatever I learn in these sessions will be put into practice immediately. I hear, stand with the moan and with the deep condolence at the same time. I get so much determined towards sending my prayers and thoughts to those people who lost their lives on September 11, 2001 during that massacre incident. I also would like to pray God that no place in the world will be affected in the similar fashion, and there will be peace all over and love in abundance. I pray God that I would grow as a good citizen of my own nation, spreading this respect, love, care, and harmony. I promise. Thank you. Yeah. So, I would like to first of all tell you the agenda of today's training session. This morning, and for the youth batch people, yesterday evening, we had a wonderful session of thematic apperception test, where two teams were there. And in the previous session, I even acknowledged that Darshan Siddharth made a very good presentation. As a continuum of that, we had a good thematic apperception second phase. Siddharth and Tanishwar were in one team, while Kiran and Prisha and Anjana were in another team. And they both, as a team, prepared 2 or 3 pictures. And let's say, for example, if Sid and Tanishwar have prepared pictures. They will have their own story of those pictures. And they will show those two pictures to Kiran and Prisha. So what Kiran and Prisha were doing is, they looked into the picture and instantaneously they made a story. Right? And then what happened was, after Kiran and Prisha had narrated the story, Siddharth and Tanishwar compared their story along with Kiran and Prisha. And the team gave equivalence ratio. How much mark we would like to give to their story and our story. So in that case, both teams did their part, and 85 marks, both of them, spanned to each other. And we had a wonderful kind of session. We spoke a lot of things. Kiran was speaking about heaven. Anjana was speaking about rainbow. Siddharth and Tanishwar were speaking about science. I learned a lot of things about science. I learned a lot of things about mathematics because of Siddharth. Siddharth is a mathematics savvy and science savvy, just like Siddharth. Siddharth and parents elder. So Tanishwar was equally compatible. So it was a wonderful session. So I gave them a promise, and Prisha, by the way, was wonderful in keeping the secret. அதாவது வந்து ஸ்டோரி வந்துட்டு கடைசியில ரிவீல் பண்றதுக்கு பதிலா ரொம்ப தாராளமா நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒரு பட்டன் அடிச்சு ஸ்டோரி ஸ்பாயில் பண்ணி அவ்வளோ ஸ்மார்ட்டான ஒரு பொண்ணா பிரிஷா நீங்க நடந்துட்டாங்க. I am always proud of you, Prisha. I am very proud. Okay. So yeah, as Mitra mentioned, last year we had this, and today we are going to have that again. But before that, there is one thing that is pending. Brinda will take this chair instead, and she will make a presentation. There is a presentation that is supposed to be done by Udayashri Brinda. It's going to be added in her CRS tomorrow. So the topic was given to her a week ago when she took a hiatus for her examination. Today she is prepared, so I will hand over the floor to Brinda. Once she finishes the presentation, the direct attendees and the online attendees will ask questions, and she will answer.
She can go downstairs.
Absolutely, that's also fine. It's on the camera.
Yes, the camera.
Okay, so as Mitra mentioned, thanks for that. Brinda goes to the dais, and I will shift the camera to the dais. So we will all listen. Okay,
Camera
you are restless. You didn't sleep properly.
Yes, sir.
Morning 4 மணிக்கு 2 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of our ages, Kiran Arvind Pasa.
Sir, Kiran Antas.
Yes, sir. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you, sir. Again.
It's your unfortunate headline, my fortunate headline. I always now see you here. Okay.
Me too, sir. Hello. Again.
Right. Yeah, I was waiting for you, Kiran, actually, on a serious note. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, I'm actually speaking very proud, and I'm highly elated and delighted to say this. Dakshin Siddharth's dad and mom are now proud owners of a new house, and they have built a new house. And yesterday, early morning, in the midnight at 2 o'clock, they had their housewarming ceremony. And the entire family celebrated. Kiran must be knowing she would have participated over online. So I would like to join hands with the Indian batch MSE evening session students and US batch MSE evening session students to congratulate and express our whole lot of quantum happiness towards Dakshin Siddharth for moving into the new house, or at least stepping into the new house by doing the housewarming ceremony. This is just going to be a wonderful beginning for them and all the three of them. And most importantly, the precious person of their family, Dakshin Siddharth's grandmother, my personal favorite. So for her, Dakshin's mom, Dakshin's dad, and Dakshin, it's going to be a wonderful picture of glorious beginning. Congratulations, Dakshin.
Congratulations, Dakshina.
Congrats, Na. Hope that's the start of many great memories.
Congratulations, Dakshina.
Then Dakshin.
Congratulations.
Dakshinanna.
Congratulations, Dakshina.
Yeah, I appreciate that gesture. By the way, Kiran has already got moved into a new bungalow, and she has got a couple of bungalows, one in San Francisco, another in Washington DC, and another one in New York, and countless. And there is one being built at the Stockholm as well. So, she is always busy in the chopper, going from house to house.
Congratulations,
Thank you, sir. I'll make sure to do that in the future.
Convey my regards to Nandu and Vicky.
Yes, sir, for sure, sir.
Sir,
Siddharth.
Kiran also owns a beach house in Miami, said by Dakshana.
Kiran also owns a beach house. Yeah, Kiran also owns a beach house in Miami, and she is very good take care of the sharks, dolphins, and all the other sea creatures. Kiran herself
Sir,
is a sea
sir,
creature.
sir. The shark with the horn snapped off, sir, and it went over the rainbow, sir. I have that as a pet.
That's correct. The shark that we saw in the morning session, right? Yeah, evening session.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay, people, let's brace up to listen to Uday Shri Vrinda's presentation. Just give me a while. I'll shift the camera towards the text. Vrinda.
All the best, Vrinda.
All the best, Akka.
All the best, Vrinda.
Eyes on Uday Shri Vrinda, and she's starting her presentation. And let us, Dakshin, could you please, Dakshin or Mitra, could you please open the stop clock?
Yes, sir. Now watch number, sir.
Yeah, you ready, Vrinda? Sure. You ready? Yeah, it's her wish. எவ்வளோ டைம் எடுக்கும் தெரியலையா பரவாயில்ல it's okay நீ பார்த்துக்கோ. You want a table or chair to keep your notebook there? Right. Okay, 3, 2, 1, start with it. Come on.
Good evening, sir. Today I'm going to speak about a very interesting topic. My topic goes like this: without depending upon friendship, without depending upon the rules of the society, without any negative vibration, how a girl or woman can success in their life. So success. So most of us have heard about success. Everyone spoke about, and in their perspective, they told how to success in their life. But the common definition for success, which everyone indicates, is
Vrinda, one second. Siddharth and Kiran are saying they are not able to hear you. Another, can you remove your mask? Is it possible? Okay. In the chat, go. Kiran and Siddharth, if I am speaking from here and if you are able to hear, then Vrinda speaks from here, you should be able to hear her also. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
சார் ஆனா சில பேர் சார் நீங்க மேல அங்க ஸ்டேஜுக்கு போறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே ஆடிபிள் அனௌன்ஸ்மென்ட் கேட்டிருக்கீங்க சார். அதுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து பிரிஷா தக்ஷிரா பாரேஜினோ எஸ் சார். அப்புறம் பிரதீஷா சார் எஸ் சார். நான்
இல்ல இப்ப மாஸ்க் ரிமூவ் பண்ணிட்டாரு.
அக்கா இங்க சத்தோ பேசுங்க எல்லாரும்.
Yeah, let's start. Ilma, wait, resume. 2, 1, go. Whether fan off. Yeah.
So success. So each one will say their own perspective of success. The common definition which each and everyone have is success means success. We will face lot of failures and we will face lot of experience. Through that only we will achieve success. So the success is each and everyone have their own goal. So to success in your mission, you must have a single-minded devotion to your goal. So goal which will have both with everyone in the world. It may be man or it may be woman. So it will have everyone in the world. It's not specifically meant for a particular child. The goal might be very short or the goal might be very large. So each one will have their own goal, from eating to sleeping, so which kind of scheduling to achieving something in their life. Each one will have their own goal. So likewise, in olden period in 1960s and 1970s, or when British ruled India, there are a lot of women who got through lot of goals to do, but they refuse. They are actually criticized by the society. When they step out of their home, they are criticized only because they are girls. And while when the extremist was taking an assembly, she all that, like in olden period of time when a girl baby is born, sometimes they used to kill her. The only reason is she's a girl. So there are a lot of criticism made by. So do not be distracted by criticism. Remember the only taste of success some people get is to take a bit out of you, said by Zig Ziglar. So when we take criticism as when we allow criticism inside us, sure we cannot achieve anything. So sometimes demotivation by ourselves. So like you cannot do anything. So self-doubt within ourselves. So it will make us down sometimes. So we cannot think apart from that. So that time we will become so depressed. So even in olden times, even now it's reduced. So there is no gender discrimination, but at some things which we cannot accept are happening in some areas of our part in India. But in olden period of time, there are a lot of rights, like rights to equality, rights to freedom, so rights to education. Starting from education, olden period of time, girls didn't get that much education. In some point of time, they used to stop their school lives and they actually sit in their home. So because of the reason only they are girls and they have no rights to education. So even this all rights to equality, rights to freedom came also. Like India is always called as Bharat Mata, not as Bharat Pita. Then also how in our earth India become a fourth most dangerous place for women, because India plays a major role in a place where women cannot live. There is a lot of things which is even in 2002 women they 21st century also a lot of things which happens in news, a lot of things we heard about it. So even rights from Jhansi Rani to the Kalpana Chawla, still now they all have break lot of rules in societies. They actually raise the voice for the voiceless people, voiceless women in the world. So, even to awaken the people, it is the women who are to be awakened. Once she is on the move, the family moves, and the family moves, the village moves, and the entire village moves, the nation moves. It's said by a famous Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So when a woman, as a mother, she do her work, as a sister, she do her work, as a relatives, as other people see, she do her work very perfectly. As a housewife, she does her work perfectly. She manages the family and she manages everything. Then each and every success of a people, for her mother, she want to make her mother so proud. For parents, for father, she always thinks in that motto. She never cross her motive that by me, no one should get paid. So she actually thinks in that motive. So that's why he said, to awaken the people, we want to awaken the women in the world. So even the Ray Goforth also says that there are two types of people who thinks differently in the world. Like one thinks that they are afraid to try, and other people who are afraid of the other people's success. Like they will be overtaking me and they will success in their life. So even we, lot of times when we are participating in a competition, lot of people will tell like you are not worth for it. But inside we know how much we are and we know how much potential we are. Even it's a running race to whatever competition, it might be a speech competition. We know how we are and how, but because of someone's motivation, it might be friends or it might be teachers who say like you cannot. Teachers never say, but sometimes friends might say like that due to like we will win the competition or not. Sometimes. So a very long time, a lot of people said that woman is a commodity. So like they will be, they are only valuable for doing household works, and they are actually only for growing up their children and lot more things. But when we can change it is when the women have started asking questions to their parents, to their own society. So that way only we can see the questions makes. So when these people, we are a lot of achievements in women empowerment. So when the woman empowerment, the woman who empower the world will always question herself and questions the society. So that only they all become very inspirational. We know a lot of people and we people they are achieved in our life. That might be a hidden story into their person. But the lot of persons in the life, women who achieved a lot of things. So starting from rights to education in 1928, the Brahma Samaj was created by Raja Mohan Rai. So in that also rights to education, there should be a right to women, but lot of people, the parents, are not even think that their girl child should be grown up in an education family. The main motto of that Brahma Samaj is to bring the protest against, to prohibit the child marriage, sati, which are all not accepted, which should not be done in our Indian society. Even after the British rule, even after banning all this also, in some village areas we are practicing, Indians are practicing like this. So people must know, people should educate.
How many?
7, 8, 8 plus.
8. Okay.
8.
Yeah, close to
Completely.
total info. Yeah.
So because when girls are given education, it's not beneficial. They are not only empowered for families, they are also empowered for societies and communities and economics too. Like give her education. Lot of people say give her education. It helps her to take decisions. Give her education. It help her to be a very good woman in the world. Give her education. It will help her to a very big position in her life. Give her education. It helps her to be a very independent. And give her education. She deserves to be educated in the world because women can change the world. Women can change the world, and they can show the world and who they are. And a lot of, as I said, lot of things which are so hidden that we are not come to know. But we search more about it. While I'm searching about this particular topic, there are a lot of women who while they are giving speech, they spoke about their own life in small age, how they faced the gender discrimination and how they overcome in the society. Lot of people, and I even surprised that in that time there are a lot of gender discrimination. Now I don't know, it's most of them are not doing like that, but in some areas we have. But while I'm listening to their speech, it's like wow, how they achieved in their life, and it's very inspirational to us. So my next one is when we educate, because I said about education and they are not refused, but now it's changed because education is a basic human rights. And when people will forget what we said, people will forget what we did. But people never forget how we made them feel. How we made them feel, because they will forget the actions, they will forget the words, but the experience remains the same. So experience will make always a very good motto in our life, because experiencing everything will, even it might be our own experience or by speeches, by others' inspirational speech, we will come to know that we will be experiencing some lot of things. Even each and every one, day by day, we are experiencing lot of things. There are a lot of learning which we want to learn from the experience we get in our life. Even Abdul Kalam says that don't read success stories. Read only failure stories. If you read success stories, you will be getting only the model. If you read failure stories, you will get an idea how to success. So this is what how to succeed. So this is what Abdul Kalam even says. We can try. We can trust ourselves how to succeed. So even like I said before, like the education, everything was done. How the woman should do, what woman should do for overcoming all, so without depending upon the friendship, without depending upon the rules of the society.
Yes.
Without depending upon the rules of the society, without depending.
Greeting, Kalpita. Greeting. And this is Kalpita, by the way. Everybody.
Good evening, Kalpitaka.
Good evening, Kalpitaka.
Good evening, Kalpitaka.
Good evening, Ka.
Good evening, Kalpitaka.
Okay, we are resuming 3 to 1 go. Yes, Nina.
even how the women should overcome these all things like rules of so rules of the society, rules of the negative vibration. The only thing the woman should do is trust herself because it's very important. Sometimes trusting and giving self-confidence to ourselves because lot of people, even the men have overcome a lot of things like women and they have equal rights. So women and men are always equal. They face lot of when a person want to achieve their goals, we sure we will face lot of things. So that time we should not lose our trust. We should always keep self-confident in us, self-belief in us. Then sure we will be becoming one day as an inspiration to others. So I would like to conclude by saying one thought. We should not live like a person who's giving freedom. Rather, we should live like a person who deserves to be a freedom, who deserves to get freedom. So freedom is always very equal, which is equal. Like even our constitution said, rights to freedom is one of the fundamental rights. So each one of us should have freedom, and we want to work to it. And always, it's not about men or women. If we want to achieve something, we should have trust in us and self-belief in us. Sure, we will achieve it.
Brilliant.
Amazing job, Vrindaka. That was a really good presentation.
Very well done.
That's good. That was a good presentation.
Yeah. So Brinda has been speaking for almost about 30 minutes, and we will have 2 questions from the US batch and 2 questions from the Indian batch towards Brinda, and she will answer. And once she finishes those questioning, then we'll straight away jump into our activity, the one day of activity that is scheduled today. So I would like to first of all mark the opportunity of the US batch. Siddharth, Tanishwar, Kiran, Anjana, Prisha. If you've got any questions to Brinda, you can shoot. Who? Okay. Yes, Kiran, you can ask your question.
Thank you, sir. So Vrindaka, very nice presentation. I really enjoyed it. So my question to you is, so in the modern world, if let's say there's this female who's walking on the road, right? And many people, they like criticize her for some reasons about why she's, not why, but how she's a girl and she's not like acting like a girl. What would you go up and say to them?
In order to reiterate what Kiran had asked, sometimes women's freedom is taken, sometimes it is given completely, sometimes it is taken and ransacked. During that time, how do you think a girl can handle that feeling, and how can she reclaim her freedom back? Am I right, Kiran?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's the question she asked.
Sir, sure, if she believes that she can do anything for her desire, she have trust. I already told trust is a very important service. Even while she was walking on the road, a lot of them will criticize her. If she controls her emotions and she only focus on the what she has, like single-minded devotion to her goal, sure she will overcome the criticism. And also, as I said, Zig Ziglar said, be don't distracted by the criticisms.
Right, that's a good answer. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's a nice question, by the way, Kiran.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Prisha, Anjana, Siddharth, Tanishwar, Anjana has a question. Yes, Anjana.
How do you react? Very nice presentation. I enjoyed it, but my question is, how do you react to body shaming?
How do you react to? That's a very nice question, Anjana. Beautiful. Body shaming is something that, body shaming is something that women are experiencing a lot, unfortunately. So you're lean, you're stout, you have this kind of hair, your complexion is this over here. So what she's asking is, other be handled on okay?
Very nice question, Anjana, and thank you for the complication. So body shaming is happening a lot of people, not only for women, for men also. So I think how we have to control is
shaming happened to me. I was holding up a hunchback, as I told plenty of students here. I will speak about it after she speaks.
So it's about if we build, so if we allow the thoughts into us, so if we allow the thoughts of who others speaks and if we allow what others speaks into us, so that will be the case how we will be in the future. So if we not allow that type of body shaming into our hearts, and if we keep on thinking that, because we know how we are inside us and we know how the vibration which we keep inside us. So we should not allow the type of negative vibration into us, and we should not allow anything which gets that it might be it might lead to depression. So the only thing is we should not allow that type of thoughts into us.
Any answer?
Thank you, Akka.
Yeah. So to validate Anjana's question and to validate Brinda's answer, that's a very nice answer. You see, I was experiencing body shaming when I was 8th grade student or so, 8th grade or 7th grade when I was having hunchback because of the tuberculosis disease that I had to confront. And the people commented my hunchback, people commented my complexion, they commented my lengthy face, they commented my cavity in the teeth, which I got because of doing gymnasium, and I fell down. When I was doing bar swinging, I fell down and I broke my tooth, and it's still there. So, forget about what I'm trying to say here, but I would like to speak about an author. You should read the book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus, right? Yes. By John Gray. John Gray is a fantastic author. You know, that guy says, you have to love yourself so much abundantly, and that should overflow. Remember, I mean, just if you are pouring some water in a vessel, the vessel finishes and it gets fulfilled and the water overflows. Likewise, you have to show more care and affection and love towards you. You got to start loving yourself first before expecting other people to love you. That's what John Gray says. The more abundance of love that you give for yourself, it overflows, and the other people will start getting attracted like magnet to you. What Mr. John Gray says is that when you are confronting body shaming, you got to talk to yourself like you're speaking to a baby. Okay, this guy has commented on your hair, this guy has commented on your forehead shape, this guy has commented on your body shape like this. Don't worry, you are actually holding up this. Remember, when you were in the 5th grade, you did this. Remember, when you were in the 7th grade, you did this. Remember, when you are wearing that particular shirt, you are looking like that particular celebrity. Likewise, John Gray says you need to speak to your inner conscious as if it's a baby, because no other people can do that, not even your parents. So, body shaming is a choice. When Mitra comes and comments, you look like a gorilla, you look like a orangutan, you look like a monster, then I have got a choice, whether to believe in her or whether to start consoling myself that I'm a human being by getting all the past factors which will really make me feel my self-worth on a magnanimous way. So body shaming is an environment where you have to lit up your self-worth too much. So when I'm commented for the dark complexion I have, I talk to myself, stating that maybe in the dark complexion, I might not be affected because of the sunshade. Dark complexion, Michael Jordan, the famous basketball player, is in dark complexion. Michael Jackson was dark complexion. Dakshin Siddharth was in dark complexion. All these legends were in dark complexion. So basically speaking, you need to speak to yourself and you need to elevate your self-worth, and that's the best way for body shaming. And women can do that. Albert Einstein mentions that the self-worth can be accelerated more by the people who have understood their real potential. Women are basically born in a default manner that they can understand their potential so fast. A baby girl gets transformed into a girl at the age of 10. A girl gets transformed into a young girl when she is almost about 16. A young girl gets transformed and entitles a title for herself as a lady at the age of 22 or 25. And that elegant lady entitles herself and she gets as an award the title of a woman in 27 or 28. And by that time, she has done something predominant that no other species, exclusively the men, cannot do. That is, she would have given birth for a baby. So that's where she gets promoted as a woman. So boy gets transformed as man, but women gets transformed into various cycles since her birth. So this potential God has given only for women. So when she understands this specialty in her, then body shaming cannot happen. That's my humble answer. Thank you.
That's great.
Super, sir.
Siddharth? Yeah, thank you. Siddharth, your question.
Okay, first of all, Brenda, great job on your presentation. That was a very good presentation, seeing that you memorized so much and like you talked for so long and descriptively. Good job. Clapping. Okay, sir, I have two questions. One is for Brenda and one is for you, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Ask for Brinda first.
Okay, Brenda, for example, you're in a society where many of the businesses owned in that city or town or nation is started by women, but then they're not able to sustain that business, so they sell that business off to some man with a lot of money, and then they continue the business and they become rich. Even though it's started by a woman, the man takes all the credit for it, and then like he just becomes a billionaire. What would you do in this kind of economy?
It's a great question. What he's asking is, when men are getting hold some of the credit for all the hardships and hard work that the women are put up, how would you handle it? At that time, you are feeling so thankless and nobody has appreciated your worth. How do you feel that? And how do you react to that and how do you handle it? Right, Siddharth?
Yes, sir.
He's asking in your part.
So I will help to a person who deserves it.
Okay, so Siddharth came to the end.
No, sir. Shall I say yesterday what the story is?
And the story.
No.
I
learning, so we should end up only.
One is learning is story. Learning is. ಅದು ಇದೊಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಇಡೀ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ ಇದೊಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ
So Siddharth, it's a very nice question. So I will help the person who deserves help. So because sir yesterday said a story which is a very nice story, you can see in the YouTube channel. So that story.
It's getting prepared.
So in that story, he said he narrated the whole story. The story was nice. So if we before doing some help, we think if this help is very deserved for them or not. So we should think that it's our responsibility to take a good decision. If we fail to take a good decision, it might, like as you said, the men will take the credits of what women did. So I will be very careful in that, and I will help the person who deserves it.
Yeah, so give more interpretation. In order to give more interpretation towards what Brinda mentioned, Siddharth, what she means is, in parallel with the story that I have narrated, the moral of the story was, help only those people who deserve the help. Okay, so you just can't go as a charity provider and go on helping to any person who is on your heart. So just help only those people who deserve your help. And if that person gets a credit and the person overshadows your credit, then allow it. I have no problem with that because I was helping that person and I was working for that person from all my heart. And if that person is getting the credit, and if I'm not getting the credit, I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. So she says she will imbibe that attitude during that situation. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What's the question for me? Bring it on. Come on.
Okay, sir. This is about things you've said in this session and last session. Like last US Bat session. How many like real life tips books have you read in total? Because like in every class you're able to say at least one tip that helps from real life from some author that's written in a book.
Right. 652. The number of books I have read thus far, including the PDF format that I have read, written by James Allen 2 days back. It was 651 till then. And 2 days back, I read the James Allen book that was written in 1903. 652 books I have come across. And out of the 652 books, my supreme favorite happens to be Change Your Thoughts and Change Your Life by Dr. Wayne Dyer, Power of Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy, Awaken the Giant Within by Anthony Robbins, and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon. So 60 plus books. Siddharth.
Oh,
And
wow. Okay.
thank you. Thanks for making me get into the statistics. And speaking to a maths wizard about statistics is a dangerous thing, and I would like to stop here because you will
Sir,
start asking. No mathematics questions, please.
It's not math, sir. It's not math. Not 100% math. Okay. If you kept reading book until you're like very old, pretty much, like you're reading right now, then by the time you die, you'll pretty much be able to read 25% of all the books you have in the world.
That's interesting inference, but it was very shocking too.
Sir, we're all humans. We're all gonna die eventually.
That's also
Absolutely.
math.
Yeah. That was a handsome interpretation. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, you were saying something?
Do you have?
How do you keep track, sir, so precise?
You will never how do you track in the
Rishabh, that's how I told John Ray. Love yourself so much. You become the fan of yourself. I'm a great fan of myself. You go to my YouTube channel, you will see all my videos, most of the videos I'm speaking to the camera. You know, most of the time, most of the videos I'll be speaking to the camera just like this. And some of them are college sessions and MS reading sessions. So in order to speak to the camera, you have to love yourself. I love myself and I hate myself too. Okay. Thank you, Prashant. All right, one last question from the Indian batch. Okay,
One more.
Say, Papa, shall we start with Kalpita?
Yes, sir.
Go.
That was very good presentation, Jyotika. So this is a hypothetical question. If you were in a society where women were not given proper rights and they were criticized for whatever, I have two choices for you. Would you have created revolts or created protests or go in a peace talking way? You make them understand that what women's words. This is my first part of the question. That I need that to empower women. Have you ever thought that such personalization or such expeditions should be taken by women? If so, what you want to do? And if so, what would you have chosen, like sailing or aircraft? What would you have chosen? These are the two questions.
Yeah, you can answer.
So I will answer for the first. I'll start the first part. So it's a really very nice question, Kalpita. The second option, that is going in non-violence way, so that I will make them understand, because even during freedom, Mahatma Gandhi also did the same. So if I go instead of revolution or instead of protesting, I will going in a violence way, I used to go in non-violence way. So that will help others to not get affected also. And also if we go as a group, it will affect other women too by during the protest in British India Road. So if I go in this way, sure everyone will be very pleased, and at the same time they will stick to their motto, and also will make them understand. So the second part of the question is, it's
You just keep answering.
so it's even in our empowered women lessons, which is an English book. So I would choose expedition only because that's a bit difficult. Like during in that book, it's very difficult because sometimes they face a lot of things in mid where they are going. So and also it's actually an interview which is asked by the question. So even not only that, it might be in any part of the earth. So I will give my best. So first I will not be choosing this or that. I will give my best whatever I do. So I will not say myself that I cannot do this. So I will say whatever thing which is coming in front of me, it might be expedition, sea expedition or an aircraft. I used to think whatever coming in front of me, I used to think I will not demotivate myself. I will put my best. Very well. Thank you, Anka. Thank you.
அடுத்த சீக்வன்ஸ் படி யாருன்னா சார் சீக்வன்ஸ் ஓகே
You're ready. That's questions and answers. Vishal.
For you, sir.
No.
எல்லாருமே chat பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க சார். அதுக்கு பிரதீஷா வந்து stop chatting யாருன்னு கேட்டிருந்தா சார். நான் வந்து why பிரதீஷா கேட்டேன் சார். அதுக்கு முன்னாடியே stop chatting chat போட்டுருக்கேன் சார். ஓகே நான் கேட்டேன் பாத்து. ஓ சரி.
Pratisha? Pratisha, open your mic and speak. Open your mic. I don't want message. Open your mic. Unmute your mic and speak.
Yes, sir.
Apologies to Mitra first and all the other people. எல்லாத்துக்கும் சாரி சொல்லு from the heart. அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் உங்கள்ட்ட பேசுறேன்.
Sorry, Mitra Akka.
Pratisha, you don't take things in hand, okay? Here people are there. People are from the other country attending. People who are much elder than you attending. We have one person by name Kiran, one person by name Siddharth, Daneshwar, Prisha, Anjana. All these people are much elder. And you have Kalpita Sri, Brinda, elder here. Dakshin, elder than them. Mitra, definitely elder than you. Aswathaman, elder than you. உன்னுடைய வேலையை மட்டும் நீ பாரு. Stop chatting into elders-க்கு advice பண்ற வேலையெல்லாம் நீ எடுத்துக்க. And if you want to find fault with others, I can find millions and millions of fault in your behavior. Stay in your limit. You understand? Dakshin Siddharth has asked you to speak with respect. Respect பத்தி அவன் சொல்லும்போது முடிஞ்சதுன்னா அதுக்கு நீ ஆன்சர் பண்ணிடு. Okay? A person who is not able to cooperate well in the team talk, a person who has got no response to a person like Mitra who is keeping on appreciating you, a person who has no respect to a person like Kalpita who keeps encouraging you. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பர்சனா நீ இருந்துகிட்டு இங்க ஆர்டர்லாம் போடாத. உன் வேலை என்னமோ அதை மட்டும் நீ செய். உன்னுடைய வேலை என்னன்னு சொல்லி கேட்டா perform, act, learn. இது மூணையும் நீ சத்தியமா பண்றதே கிடையாது MSES செஷன்ஸ். அது உனக்கும் தெரியும் எனக்கும் தெரியும். உங்க அண்ணனும் பண்றது கிடையாது. 2 நாளைக்கு முன்னாடி தான் டோஸ் வாங்குனீங்க 2 பேரும். இதெல்லாம் நீங்க தேவையில்லாம பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க. புரியுதா? I will see things. I had a call. My brother's friend. I had to go. என்ன கொஸ்டின் பிருந்தா கேக்குறாங்க, பிருந்தா என்ன ஆன்சர் பண்றாங்க அப்படிங்கறத வந்துட்டு நான் லிசன் பண்ணுங்கிற ஒரே ஒரு காரணத்துக்காக தான் இவங்க அமைதியா இருந்தாங்க. ஸோ ஸ்டாப் சேட்டிங் அப்படின்னா சேட்டிங்கை வந்து படிக்க முடியல அப்படின்னா அது உன் கண்ணு பிரச்சனை. நீ வீட்டுக்கு போய் கண்ணில் போய் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் பார்த்துட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் இங்க வந்து உட்காரு. எல்டர்ஸுக்கு அட்வைஸ் பண்றது, அப்புறம் இந்த டாமினண்டா பேசுறது, இந்த ஆட்டிடியூட்லாம் இங்க காமிக்காது. Wings will be clipped. And one bonus point. MS evening sessions நடக்கிறதுக்கு காரணம் மித்ரா மட்டும்தான். எனக்கு மித்ராவை யார் டிஸ்ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணாலும் பிடிக்காது. Call me a possessive father, I don't care. அவ தப்பு பண்ணா முதல்ல உதைக்கிறவன் நானா தான் இருப்பேன் அவளை. And she knows that. இங்க மித்ரா, கல்பிதா, பிருந்தா, அசுத்தாமன், தக்ஷின், விஷ்ணுபிரியா இவங்க யாரும் வெவ்வேறு கிடையாது. அவங்க தப்பு பண்ணா சப்புன்னு நான் தான் ஆப்புவேன். அவங்களுக்கு டிஸ்ரெஸ்பெக்ட் வந்ததுன்னா டிஸ்ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்றவங்கள சப்புன்னு நான் தான் ஆப்புவேன். நீ இன்னைக்கு தப்பு பண்ணிருக்க. Show respect to the elders. இதை பத்தி நான் உங்ககிட்ட 2வது தடவை சொல்லியிருக்கேன். நீ ஸ்கூல்ல படிக்காத அதை பத்தி எனக்கு கவலை கிடையாது. நீ மார்க் வாங்க ஃபெயில் ஆக பாஸ் பண்ண அதை பத்தி எனக்கு கவலை கிடையாது. MS evening session is all about making the human beings human beings. This world is converting the human beings into donkeys, monkeys, and illegitimate animals. But I am here converting the human beings as human beings. So if you want to remain as a respectful human being, be here. Otherwise, you can leave. Who is asking the next question?
According to the sequence.
Please.
So in the first part was
Did she about this? No, sorry. Okay. What's on? Audio.
audio.
Yeah, we can.
So that was a really good presentation.
Did she disrespect you? Yes. Sorry.
That was a really good presentation. Very good. So my question to you is related to a comparison between the wages or the salaries that men and women get in different fields. So let's take football for instance. That's the one particular field that I really know aware about. If you take there in the men's section, it's a very great man, he earns about $1 million per month. But if you take highest paid women's player, she gets about $500, $600 in a year. So just see the vast difference, and it's excluding all the sponsorships and everything that top footballers get. So if you sum it all up, the earnings that women in football make in a year, it's not even like half of the things that top men players make.
Not even 1/4.
Yes, not even 1/4 that top footballers in the men's section make in a particular week. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's not just true for football. Even in various fields, not all the fields, in a lot of different fields, men get paid more, even though women do the same work. So it's been happening since time immemorial. So how do you think this could be changed, and why do you think this happens?
And this is not only in soccer; it's also in cricket. It's also in hockey. It's also in every other single sport that women are trying to step in. Okay, women try to step in kabaddi, but National Federation of Kabaddi did not, allow that, stating women will have health reasons. Cricket. Anjum Chopra was a cricket player. Google Panipara. She was a wonderful cricket player. She stepped out of Indian cricket team. She was part of Indian cricket team, and she was captaining Indian cricket team of women's. And the really went down because of this. So, your thought? That's a nice question.
Thanks.
Very nice question. Very great question. So my answer is I really don't know about this football field now, but nowadays the discrimination about salary was reduced, as sir mentioned yesterday. Nowadays no gender discrimination. They always see about the talent and how weak or they are like that now. But even if the situation came also, the women want to raise voice. So as I mentioned in the presentation, they have to raise voice for the voiceless women, because when they raise voice, because when they show their face to the, it might be like as you said in football, if they speak about their discrimination in front of media, so they can be an inspiration to others who wanted to come into the particular field so that they can succeed. So So the thing is, a lot of the women in olden days, they are not raising voice for their own sake, but nowadays it changed. So still a lot of the changes women should do so that they can stand for their goals and they can stand for their own freedom so that they will earn a lot of things.
Okay, very good. Nice question, and nice answer, Brinda. Okay, as for the sequence, after Dakshin Siddharth, help with the paper. Yeah, Mitra.
Again, it was a great presentation. The facts and you collected was really great. After the question I had was like a comparison, like a simulation. In 1857, during the revolt, like Rani Lakshmi Bai and Hazrat Mahal, they all took part. But many kings and many people who ruled India, they actually withdrew from taking part in the revolt due to various reasons, due to political reasons. After independence, that is after 1947, still female feticide was providing and there were a lot of issues that were happening to women. So if you were if you were like a great leader who was present in that century during like 1960s or during that time, and if you see that these kinds of things are happening to women there, what act or what would you have done to stop that? Do you believe that you can stop that? These are the questions.
Nice question.
So sure, I will believe that I can do it because you mentioned the leader. So if I were a leader, so sure I will give as much as I could. As much as I could, I would give motivation speech to others because I will always tell them you can do because when the revolt came and they wanted to withdraw from the situation, it is not think like it's about a country, it's about commonly for everyone. Because there is only two beings in the world, that is one is girl and one is man. In human being, only two categories. So why should we keep men as very big privilege and keep women as shorter than men? So everyone is equal. So after freedom also there are a lot of when they are forming constitution, they told women the rights to property. Even the property was deleted in fundamental rights now. There is a property where women should give an equal properties as their father has. So there are a lot of things. So I will believe in myself. So whatever thing I will not, as I answered to Kalpita, I will not protest and I will be giving lot of motivational speech. Because when we work as a crew, so when we work as a hardworking woman, so nowadays there are a lot of business women and they lot of inspirational women, like lot of even the Kalpana Chawla who go to the space, even she is also an inspiration to us. So like that I will make a crew that we will, as a woman, we will work harder and show the prove to the world. Because instead of saying we have to work hard, so we should make the words to be true, so that we as a crew we will work hard and we will prove to the world who we are. So as a leader, I will make a crew and I will.
Okay, right. Fine. So, boys and girls, we are finishing up here. Yes, Guru Prasanna and Aswathaman had a question, and Brinda has been standing on the dais for about 45 minutes now. So she's already losing energy. So Brinda can come back to the seat, but I will definitely hear from Guru Prasanna and Aswathaman what their questions are, and we will take a call on it. Come on, Brinda. Good job, Brinda. Wonderfully.
Very well done,
Well done, Brindaka.
Good job, Prantaka.
Hey. I need thoughts from all you people about something. I'll tell you what. About a phone call that I received now. Risha was making fun that it was from the White House. And I would like to tell you something. And I would like to see if you want thoughts from all of you. My brother's friend, his name is Babu Prashad. And Babu Prashad is an entrepreneur, owner of, there was a hotel called as Slaves in Karachi. So he was the owner of it, and my brother's best friend, and my elder brother, he's like my elder brother too. He is right now the joint secretary of Makal Nidhimayam owned by Kamal Hassan. And he's in charge of Karachi and Coimbatore, Kamal Hassan's political party. The joint secretary needs assistant joint secretary. So he wants me to join as assistant joint secretary. and he wants to get into politics. So he called me now, and he was asking me if I would like to join Kamal Hassan's party under his joint secretaryship and build a team for the party and get into the affairs and counsel people, try to bring good insistence and a mission. Weekly once we will have a meeting with the actor, and he wants me to join with him. He wants me to join with him so that we can strategize. Tomorrow they are opening an office, and he has invited me. And I told him, I'm not into politics, but for my brother, I will work. He says, no, that's not sufficient for me. He wants me to take the decision. It's a big decision that I need to take. And I told him, I don't want any interruption on my services. 2 years back, one of my ex bosses, Mr. Dhanabala Krishnan, wanted me to involve me in BJP. So one fine Sunday evening, he called me, and he immediately put me into BJP party, and Tamil was giving me garland and all that. I was stunned. She was giving me the garland and the பொன்னாடை சொன்னாங்க அதெல்லாம் கொடுத்தாங்க. என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு பார்த்தா நானும் வாங்கி போட்டேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் நகரமன்ற செயலாளர் திரு மணிகண்டன் அவர்களுக்கு அப்படின்னாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை அப்படியே கல்வி முடிச்சுட்டு ஓடி விட்டேன். So now this is from Yemen. It was in 2018, and I politely said, I'm not into politics. Nana ex officio வேலை செய்யறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொன்னேன், but he is not getting convinced. So, time get நாளைக்கு ஃபங்க்ஷன் வர சொல்லியிருக்காரு. 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock ஃபங்க்ஷன் வர சொல்லியிருக்காரு. I have a Skype meeting நான் எத்தனை மணிக்கு Skype meeting முடியுது? 1 மணிக்கு முடியுது. 1 மணிக்கு வருவா. இல்லைன்னா அதுக்கப்புறம் எனக்கு வந்துட்டு பசங்களோட கவுன்சிலிங் இருக்கணும். அதற்கு முடியுது. 3 மணிக்கு அப்படி 3 மணிக்கு வந்து Apology.
Sir, so you mentioned that you asked for particular that position, sir, and he said no, sir. Maybe because that maybe saw your videos much, sir. I think in my point of view, sir. Correct.
He was calling me. அவருக்கு ஏற்கனவே தெரியும் ஸ்லேவ்ஸ் ஆரம்பிச்சப்போ ஸ்லேவ்ஸோட எம்ப்ளாயிஸ்க்கெல்லாம் ட்ரைனிங் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். அதனால அவரு நம்ம ஃப்ரெண்டோட தம்பியை இன்வால்வ் பண்ணணும். he is calling me and he is wanting me to join. ஆமாடா, நான் கமலஹாசனுக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணி ஐயா தயவு செய்து மக்கள் நீதி மையத்தில் என்னை சேர்த்துக்கொள்ளணும்னு லெட்டர் போட்டேன். அவரு கமலஹாசன் வீடியோவை பார்த்துட்டு இவன் இங்க என்ன பார்த்தா இவன் பிக் பாஸ் இனிமே தோத்து வழங்கிடுவானோ அப்படின்ட்டு என்ன ஆள் வச்சு அடிக்கிறார். ஆளை அப்படின்னாரு. டேய் சொல்றது புதுசா நல்லா கேளடா. அவரு இந்த மாதிரி கதை திறக்கிறதெல்லாம். So that's my point. That adhan the call. So I usually don't take call during the session, but anna mari anaga. So what is it? திடீர்னு மீட்டிங் வாங்கினாங்க, திடீர்னு சென்னையில் வாங்கினாங்க, திடீர்னு கமல் நம்ம நீங்கள் வந்து ஆர்டர் போடுவாங்க. நீட்டாக போய் பாப்பா என்ன சொல்லுவேன், நான் உங்களுக்கு என்ன சொல்லுவேன், உள்ள என்ன விசாரிக்கேன், நான் அவர் வந்துட்டு இல்லை அப்படி முடியாது, நான் அவருக்கு பதில் சொல்லுவேன். ஸோ யூ ஹேவ் டு பி இன் த சிஸ்டம் அப்படின்னா நீ எல்லாம் கேட்டுட்டு சொல்லுவேன். ஜாயின்ட் செக்ரட்டரி ஆஃப் பொள்ளாச்சி அசிஸ்டன்ட் இறங்கிட்டு நீ கூட வந்து தூக்கிட முடியாது. இல்லடா இல்ல டக்குன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா நம்மளுடைய ப்ரையாரிட்டிஸ் தூக்கிடுவாங்க. ஸோ 5 மணிக்கு இப்போ நான் பீஸ்ஃபுல்லா இங்க செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கேன். மணி என்ன ஆச்சு அப்படின்னு கேட்பாரு, ஃபோன் பண்ண மாதிரி ஃபோன் பண்ணி எல்லாம் பேசி முடிச்ச பிறகு ஓ கிளாஸ் இல்லையா சாரி எல்லாம் முடியாது. அவ்வளோ பெரிய ஆளு கிடையாது. அவர் வந்து கமல்ஹாசன் டெஃபினிஷன் I just wanted to share. Think about it. ஏதாவது ஐடியாஸ் இருந்துச்சுன்னா நீங்க சொல்லுங்க. Take it just like this. இருக்கு MSc evening session. இதை விட ஒரு பார்ட்டி வேணும். போலாம். Okay. So that's it. Udesh Vivida had done a wonderful presentation.
Well done, Akka.
Well done, Akka.
Well done, Akka.
Well done, Akka.
Okay. Dhaneshwar, Siddharth, Prisha, Anjana, and Kiran. I actually have 1 full hour in my session now. Will you be staying? 60 minutes remaining, right?
Of course.
Sir, I can stay 30 minutes, sir, because I have another class, sir.
Okay, fine. Yeah. I'll make sure. Okay, now let's get on with some activities now. Very quickly, Kiran, you can participate in the team talk and then you can give your contribution and leave. Yes, Prisha.
Yes, sir.
Sir, this might be random, sir, but I drew something yesterday, sir. So, can I,
Yeah, sure.
So like
Sir,
right
it's a
now,
very good
after
one.
class, sir.
Prisha?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Kind of glitched. I couldn't hear anything, sir.
Right. So, if it is a join, show it now. Come on.
Okay, sir. Give me 1 minute, sir.
Sir, it's a good one.
Sir, I have to add something, sir. So she did this after class last night, sir, and finished it like before class today.
Beautiful. So she has not slept.
Sir, this is like a drawing of a phoenix I made, sir.
We're not seeing anything. We're only seeing your profile picture.
Sir, I can see it, sir.
I can see her, sir.
Yes, sir. We are able to see that, sir.
I can see, sir, like the video will like turn off right after. I don't know why. It happens all the time.
Yeah, first is the video off and content view. The phoenix. Is it the same phoenix that Anjana spoke about?
Sir, maybe.
Yeah, turmeric phoenix.
The turmeric picture, sir.
Vishal, this is
It's
wonderful.
the picture with turmeric all over it.
Beautiful picture.
Good job, Prisha.
Well done, Prisha.
Very pretty, Prasad.
Thank you, everyone.
Vishal, that's very stunning. You know, the accuracy you have bought in the phoenix's wings and all that. Are you coloring it in the near future?
Sir, this is like it's like a grayscale picture, sir. I did with graphite.
Can we color on that particular canvas cloth or whatever the paper? பண்ண முடியுமா? பண்ண நல்லா இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Yes, sir. I can't paint, sir. I did it on my sketchbook. Yes, sir. This is I sort of made it like a grayscale art, sir. So I used only graphite pencils.
Okay, Vishal. That's nice.
If I paint something, it'll turn into a blob.
I'm sure that's not true, Dhaneshwar.
Okay.
It makes sense, sir. I can barely draw a circle without messing up, sir. I can't draw a square properly.
I can write, Kiran. So you are much better than me. Handwriting and
Sir, that was after I had to write like 7 essays, sir. I got like below an 80 if I get bad handwriting for that.
It's below 80%. Okay.
Kiran.
Sir?
When I was in college, I used to wonder how Whitney was speaking. And how Whitney got that baritone voice. When she was a first year student, when I finished my graduation, Whitney joined. And when I had a telephone conversation with her, I used to wonder what kind of a wonderful voice that she had. On a good way. Now, what happened in 2000 you are repeating the same thing and you are making me feel the same after 21 years. How good be a one? What a voice.
Memory, sir. I'm glad I have made you feel that way. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Now, we won't be having time for generating two teams because we had too much of unwanted intrusions today during the class, and almost about 25 minutes have been taken away. I mean, 7 minutes taken away from because of Pratisha, and almost about 12 minutes taken by Babona and all that. So, now the point is, I was initially trying to have two teams. Team led by Mitra and a team led by Tanishwar. So I wanted to give some separate team talk time, and then you will come up with something. That is, each team will be given two pictures, and using the two pictures, you will bring up a story, and you will narrate the story, create a story, and I wanted to see which team does well. Then I plan everybody's only getting if Brinda finishes the presentation by 6 o'clock, I thought of doing that, and now the time is 6:30. 6:30. So we are making an alteration. I would like to show that picture, and you can tell whatever you want or whatever you feel. Whoever has the phone, first join me. Okay, Asataman can share the connections to that. There are about 4 pictures, just pictures. I want you to give honestly. I wanted to. So I wanted.
Sir, it was Brindaka's phone, sir. Ritan muted that.
Okay. So I'll show the picture and you put your hand up. I will first of all give a demonstration. You see, we have two CRS sheets active. One is of use batch and one is of meeting batch. So, உங்களுடைய thoughts சொல்லுங்க. அந்த டீமா எல்லாமே இண்டிவிஜுவலா நீங்க பண்ணுங்க. Okay, right. So, time முடிய வரைக்கும் நம்ம போலாம். Maybe for Kiran, we will give the first choice or earlier because she will be leaving in 20 minutes or so. அந்த மாதிரி. I'll first give a demonstration. அதிக pictures எல்லாம் இல்ல. ஒரு 3-4 pictures தான். போன வருஷம் நம்ம கண்ண PPT-ல நிறைய இருந்துச்சு சார். இது ஆன்லைன்ல 2 hours அதுக்கு ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுவோம். அந்த pictures எல்லாம் கலெக்ட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. I have few pictures. Shall I show the picture? Yes, sir. Right, I am showing the first picture.
Sir.
Kiran.
Sir.
Anybody call me?
Hello. I said yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You are very welcome, sir.
All right. All right, boys and girls. Here comes the first picture, and whoever wants to give your opinion or give your thought, I would like to first give my demonstration. அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்க உங்களோட ideas. First picture coming up, sharing the screen. I'm sure Dakshin Siddharth is going to love this. Thank you. அவங்க அப்பா. Seeing the picture, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I can't see it, sir. Now I can see it, sir.
Okay. Okay. Demonstration coming up from Manigandan Sundaresan. Thematic apperception. Manigandan is not speaking with his opinion. He is speaking the thematic opinion of his own self. And after this, very quickly, every person will be given 45 seconds or at the bad extent 1 minute to express your views. Okay? Now, 3, 2, 1, go. That's it. 7. Okay, demonstration. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The picture that is displayed to me is a particular soccer player has got his football and he is just getting into the concentric circle hollow way. And I would like to give my creative inference about this particular picture. Now, rolling up my creative thought process out of the box, and I'm going on my free will. To me, the circle is basically dreams and the opening phase of my subconscious mind. To me, the inner layers of the circle are representing my past. And to me, the outer circle, which is the grand hallway of the entrance, is the future. So this is basically a combination of past and future for me. And that soccer player is me. And that football that I'm having on the ground are my current challenges. So I'm having a contemplation whether to solve this current challenge with my past wisdom or with my futuristic thinking. So I'm in a kind of a middle and tussled mindset right now. But I would like to conclude by saying I would definitely, clearly solve the problem by bracing to the present. Yes, the past is visible to me and the future is visible to me, but I will brace myself with the present. With all the capabilities I have developed in the present, I would tackle the challenge called as the football. This is my creative inference about this picture. This is a demonstration.
Well done, sir.
Well done, sir.
Well done, sir.
Well done,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you. In the picture, உங்களுடைய thought process நீங்க சொல்லணும். So, wait. The teams பண்ணலாம் பார்த்து. So, we will decide, but we will make sure every single person will have a chance. Tanesh, Siddharth, Aswathaman, Mitra. Oh, everybody. Okay, so yeah, that's it. No more entries for this picture, and for the next picture there will be an entry. Anjana, okay. Now the sequence goes like this. The first person is Anjana Gopal. 1 minute time starts now. Anjana, tell your thought. Come on. Yes, Anjana.
Circles.
You want some time, Anjana?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Fine. So the sequence goes like this. Number 1, Taneshwar. Number 2, Aswathaman. Number 3, Kiran. Number 4, Guru Prasanna. Number 5, Siddharth. Number 6, Kalpita. Number 7, Mitra. So first let us finish with the 7 and then we'll take a call on it. 7 minutes, 7 people. Remember your sequence. I am not repeating this. So now, starts with Taneshwar Ediran. Taneshwar, come on.
Sir, I thought of that picture as like, it's like as somebody's life, and like first he was in like the bright side of his life, and then like the dark side of his life is coming up. And then before that he had dark side because like in like the top left corner there's like some darkness. So that's how I saw the picture.
Good observation, Taneshwar. Wonderful.
Well done, Taneshwar.
Great job, Taneshwar.
Taneshwar, post this mark in the chat. 25 points. 50. No, sorry, 30. Out of 30. Now, the next one online. Aswatthama, come on.
Sir, the footballer here is like, imagine it as myself, sir. The ball is like my talents and my ambitions, sir. This hollow pathway is like my life, sir. And like each thing that's outlined, sir, each thing holds one like a problem. Like my talents is helping me go through the problem, and each line is getting a darker shade. It's that I'm going to a higher posting, sir. And then it's like the problem is getting more harder, sir.
Okay, good job, Aswatthama.
Hola, Nashatana.
Yeah, number. Okay. And as here is cumulative ones. Who is the third in the sequence? Kiran.
Sir, me, sir.
Come on, Kiran, go for it.
Okay, sir. Good evening and good morning, everyone. My name is Karen, and today I'll be presenting on my idea of this picture. So my idea is that life isn't what it seems. And I've seen a bunch of these pictures where most of these are just chalk drawings. So I based this picture on that. So the person in the middle is the main character, sort of like the person going through life, and the different circles are the different layers throughout life, and the designs in the circle represent each and every memory he goes through, and the hollow circle, or not hollow, but like the circle at the all the way at the end, yeah, that's where he figures out what life was to him, and how he went through life. So going through life has many stages. You just have to keep it together until you reach the end. That's my analysis. Thank you. Thank
Well done,
you.
Kiran.
Great job, Karen.
Well done, Karen.
Thank you, everyone.
28 for you out of 30.
Thank you, sir.
Next person, Guru Prasanna.
Yes, sir.
Football, I don't know, I'll give you a chance. Guru Prasanna, I'm really sorry, during Brinda's presentation you wanted to have a question, so that's why I brought you earlier in the loop of the discussion. Come on, go for it. Come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So good evening, everyone. I'm Guru Prasna. So as sir gave the picture, so it was the picture with full of efforts, and it was a drawing with full of efforts, in my opinion. So it's something like, I would say that the darkness in the darkness the dark now around, it's about the darkness. I would say it's about the negative feelings of ourselves, and the outer layer is about the positive feelings. Like positive feelings means like self-confidence, and negative feelings like is like self-doubt. So like we should follow the outer space as a white and a clear area, but we should not go into the darker space and follow into and fall into a negative trap. This is my opinion, sir.
Well done, Guru Prasanna.
Great job. No.
26 for Guru Prasanna.
Very well done, Guru Prasanna.
Thank you, Kiran.
Okay, boys and girls, starting to rain here. Please let me know when it's very noisy. You know what to say? Irdalu? Beautiful. Siddharth, you're up. Come on.
Okay, so I have one question.
Yeah.
I have my interpretation as a story.
No, interpretation of the picture that I showed you.
Can you repeat that, sir?
Now just see the picture and tell me whatever you feel. That's all.
Okay, sir. For me, I feel like there's this one main character. He came from a very dark past where he struggled a lot, and he's into a bright future. He likes to do art and he plays soccer, but then one day he's faced with challenging his past again. He gets problems from his past back into his life right now. So he goes back and he tries to deal with his problems and face against them and get rid of them. But then he turns into a bad guy, he goes down a dark path, and he becomes a mafia boss.
That's nice inference. Very well done. Now, it's actually culminating the sequence. Yeah, it's actually culminating the sequence, but before that, we have got a devil that is eating, sleeping, living soccer. And since this picture has got something to do with soccer, jokes off, Dakshin has been absent for a while. So we had been not getting the exposure of his speaking rhythm. So the rhythm should not be lost. Rhythm is lost, but rhythm should not be lost of Dakshin's sequence. Dakshin, your view. Siddharth's mark is 27. Yeah. What a card picture. Another picture. நீ இன்னைக்கு 50 நிமிஷம் பேசுறீங்க. அதனால அடுத்த நிமிஷம் நீங்க பேசுங்க. சரி. So, rain will be very noisy. Go to the near the laptop. Yeah.
Sir, so good evening everyone.
Thumbs up if you are listening to Siddharth, Darshan Siddharth properly, because very speech and noisy. Right, come on.
It's audible, sir.
Okay. Darshan, you like to have earphone? That's what we did. What earphone? அந்த ஸ்லாட்ல மைக்கோட ஸ்லாட் actually have his earphone, we will be able to hear it. The earphone put in, how will we able to hear it? How? We had heavier rain during the hot season. The other day. Oh, okay. No, mic is very good. Then speaker off the another.
Okay, sir. இல்ல சார் ஸ்லாட் ஒழுங்கா போல அதனால ஸ்பீக்கர் ஆஃப் பண்ணி கனெக்ட் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
Clicks at the game.
வந்து
I added a mic for Darshan and I think you should hear him clearly. Yes, Darshan.
Greetings everyone. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to speak on this, sir. So when I first saw the picture, my mind was instantly inclined towards the game that I love the most. Maybe I not pursue it as a career, but still I watch it till I like it. And one thing which I really noticed about that picture, and the first thing that struck me was the darkness of the picture, sir. There is one particular quote which says, "Don't underestimate the allure of darkness, because even the purest hearts are drawn to it." So darkness is a very complex subject, and there are a lot of metaphors that can be used to explain darkness. So I connected with life, sir. So to understand life, I have to connect it with football for a moment, sir. Like the ball which he has, sir, the man who has the ball, it's the ball represents and symbolizes his talent in the game, sir. And he's walking towards his career and attaining glory in the thing that he loves the most. And the initial stages are easy, sir. Initially, his first steps are easy because he has talent. So obviously in the youth segment, in the under 23 matches or the under 19 and under 12s, he'll be able to do well, sir. But the further he goes inside the tunnel, which is his life, his professional career, becomes dark and it's unpredictable. So that's why that's darkness. So because there were shades of light in his journey, he would be able to predict what's coming and he'll be able to foresee the future, sir. But here it's all dark. So he's unable to predict what's happening, but he believes in himself and he's going inside, sir. And though I'm a Messi fan, I really respect Ronaldo a lot, sir, because he maybe not as
Ronaldo is actually a good player.
He's a good player, sir. Maybe he's not as naturally gifted as players like Messi or Neymar, but he puts in a lot of hard work and he does not need to dribble past players to show that he's the best. He just needs to go and score. That's what he's built to do. And he works a lot, sir. He takes like 5 laps a day and he doesn't drink Coca-Cola or stuff. He has a lot of diet control.
He's a vegan.
Yes, sir.
He does not consume non-vegetarian.
Yes, sir. And he puts in a lot of work and now he's 36 and he went to England and he's playing in the toughest league in the world, sir. So I respect his mentality. So he says that having talent alone is not enough. Unless you work hard, you won't be able to succeed, sir. So despite all the challenges and adversities you have, despite the unpredictability of life, you have to keep moving forward. And if you don't put in your best, you're definitely not going to succeed. But if you have belief in yourself and if you believe that you can overturn the odds and overcome the odds, then nothing is impossible.
Splendid, splendid. Thank you. Good job, Darshan Siddharth. You get 29 for it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, now.
Well done, Dakshana.
Thanks, bro.
You just hold the mic up. Screen share after. Okay, so can I order company answer? Mitra. Okay. So next picture come to the first name. After Kalpita, we'll go with the next picture, and the people like Brinda, Mitra will be following in that next picture. Kalpita, go on.
Thanks, sir. Good evening, everyone. Now I would like to give my interpretation of this picture. So when you look, see it and have a look at it, he has surpassed two big circles that I have imagined that it has the uncertainty that he had in the past and the self-doubt he had. When he was wearing a shoe, that is the self-confidence. With the shoe of self-confidence, he was able to surpass two big circles, and he is now going on into the other surface, that is handling criticisms. That can be also handled through the self-confidence, and the ball he has is his passion with the self-confidence, and along with that he has this passion. Here maybe it might be football, but we can imagine that as anything we want. The more the problems that we face, the more the interest we have towards our passion. And when he moves forward, the best thing he can do is to bring a best out of in his possible passion that he has, and he can change this passion into his profession. When he moves, the circle in the first one, it can be imagined as the goal post, and once he hits a goal, and once he is good in that, then we can imagine that he is successful in the entire life.
Wonderful. I really like the way that
Well done, Kalpitaka.
Well done, Kalpitaka.
I really like the way that you have related every object, right from the shoes and all. Good job. Anjana, you are about to start first. I'm just curious if you have got any thought before we go to the next picture, because when I show the next picture, immediately Mitra and Brinda will jump into it because they are under the sequence. But I'm just curious, do you have anything to say in this picture, or would you like to go with the next picture? Anjana.
I have something to say. I have something to say.
Right, go for it then.
I think the picture, like, there's that guy that is walking into his like future of going through something. Like, how do I put this? It's like he's in trouble, but he goes through the tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel, he sees rainbows.
Okay. Wow. That's an artist's perception. Good job, Anjana.
Well done, Anjana.
Good job, Anjana.
26 out of 30 for Anjana Gopal. All right. So now,
thank you.
We are getting into, yeah, okay. She thanked you, Brinda.
Sir, Ganeshwara speech that was the best one for us.
என்ன ஸ்கிரீன் ஷாட் எடுத்துருக்காங்க?
சார் வீரமா நடந்து வரது சார்.
சார் நல்லா இருக்கு சார். சூப்பர் டான்ஸ் சார்.
வெல்டன் தானேஸ்வர்.
Thaneshwar.
இது MSES ப்ரொஃபைல்.
Yes, one.
ஆமா சார்.
நல்லா இருக்கு.
Sir, he has looked at the correct incident, sir.
Oh yeah.
Sir, no
Thank you,
offense, you
Tanish.
just look very robotic in that, sir.
Thank you, Tanishwar. I appreciate that. Okay, interesting picture coming up, boys and girls. Now we will start, and I'm starting to share, and this is it. Well, you've got a boy over here, and you've got two huts, and you've got the box in the bag of the boy, which is giving the sacred look of a young man's face. Two huts here, the cut down branch of a tree, and another young boy who is resting in the field, his head and his shoulders is leaning back, and it is appearing as if it's a picture of a old man face. So, face but not face, garden but not garden. Yes.
Sir, me and Darshan Start used this photo for our Apperception one yesterday. The one on the right.
So what do you think? Shall we see it?
No, so I'm just saying, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence, or did he mean to do this?
It is merely a coincidence, and interestingly, I saw this old man picture alone, and I convinced myself that, oh, this one was used by Siddhartha and Darshan Siddhartha, and then I chose this one. But only now I discovered that you have actually used this one, and my perception was wrong. I calculated early in the morning at 4 o'clock, before our training session. So.
We use the old one.
Old man picture. Yeah. Okay. Right. So interestingly enough, we are going to have the thoughts on this. Please take a screenshot of it because I'm going to stop sharing the screen because when I'm sharing the screen, in the outcome of the video recording, I will see only this picture, the video goes down. That's how Skype is processing. So please take a screenshot if you want. And yeah, take it. Okay. Now, it starts with Mitra because she was in the pending line in the last sequence. I don't think you need a mic here. Yeah.
Sir,
All right.
Sir, I have to leave now, sir.
Do you have any thoughts on this picture?
Just that it's two men, sir. I mean, I didn't actually look at it in detail yet and think of anything, sir. But do you mind if I tell you on Monday, sir?
Oh, sure. No problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye for teaching me, sir.
Monday evening, Kiran. Monday evening. Okay.
I have something to share, sir.
Oh, Danish, you have another class too?
No, I have something to share about the picture.
Sure. Okay. Once Mitra and Brinda finish, we will come up with the sequence. Yes, Mitra, you can start now. 3, 2, 1, go.
All meetings for not present here. So I would like to give two opinions or two perspectives that I have on this particular picture. Yes, sir. You must be already to the the first perspective that I have on the picture is human beings. Now, Homo sapiens, human beings have evolved from an animals. Like when Charles Darwin told, he wrote about a book about evolution, sir. And but mostly, sir, if we would like to score some people, we compare with the animals, sir. But we always have evolved from animals, sir. A few people hesitate shouting like a dog, and they come to you. Compare people with donkey, and there are a lot of people who have various perspectives. But when we ourselves have been evolved from that particular Homo erectus, and now finally we are at the stage called as Homo sapiens. This is the first perspective that I had on this picture. And the second perspective, if you can see the eyes of both the people, so the young man and the old man, the eyes, the mustache, and all those, the mouth, nose, everything has been connected with nature. So we must take that we ourselves have been connected with nature. First, his eyes stated about the huts. People in villages, we all know the environment in the village that happens to be like a farm, a green farm, then small houses. But the people who we might think that they are having a very pretty life. But people, when they are inside the hut, they are very peaceful, sir, with a small amount of money.
Happy with whatever.
Yes, sir, happy with whatever they have. But the people in cities, they have money, then they have luxury, a big house, but they are not happy with what they are having, sir. Again, they are trying to find faults, flaws, or find mistakes with their life. So the second perspective that I have is this picture states that there is a connection between a man and the nature. There are a lot of connections, and it's based on our perspectives how we are connecting ourselves with the nature.
Good.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you, God.
Brinda is next and followed Kalpita. Yeah, so it's been a while since Asathaman has spoke. So maybe after Brinda, Asathaman. Any other volunteers other than Tanish? Who's that? Trisha. Okay.
Sir, I have to leave, sir. I have another class.
Trisha.
Yes, sir.
The picture of the you entrance solid adukapra class, cinema, exhibition, beach,
Sir, I don't have any, sir, right now.
Beautiful explanation. Thank
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, Prisha, we'll meet on Monday evening. Prisha, Monday evening, CRS, subliminal therapies, correct? You're very close to 700 mark. Grab that award. You understood?
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, bye. Keep shining the star.
What's wrong?
Bye, Prisha.
Bye, Siddharth. Bye, Tanishwar.
Eyes on and focus on the issue with the
So when I looked at this picture, I thought that a story of a man or human being, sir, because this picture has divided into two parts. One part is a very pleasant part and another is unpleasant, sir. If you look into the picture very carefully, if the person who is in a middle age, sir, who and next part of the picture shows that a face of a person who is very old, sir. So here imagine that a person who wanted to start his career wanted to start his career, sir. He was moving to another town city area to start his career. So here there is suitcase and dogs. I imagine like that, sir. So till that he enjoyed his childhood in this village. So when he returned back at old age, so he saw that village as very different, sir. If you look into there is no leaves in the tree when he was old age.
They are actually cut down trees.
Cut down trees and here even the hut is also looking very nice, sir. But in this picture the hut is not. It's become very old and lot of people are not like that, sir. So, but even though how much ever the old age grows, sir, like we are growing from childhood to the middle age and then old age. So, like us, the whatever things with us. So, because whatever thing we have, one time it will be become a new and other time it will. Anyway, everything in the world will also become a whole, sir. Even though it's old, it's always a gold. Everything in the world become old, sir. And old will become a gold, sir.
Okay. Prosperity, and evolution is the crux of Vrinda's explanation, while Mitra's explanation was contentment and being with us, having happiness with the solitude. Good job. So we are now going to hear from 28 out of 30. Tanishwar, can you come back after Kalpita? If you don't mind, I'll give a chance to Kalpita.
Yes, sir. It's okay.
So the sequence, Kalpita, Tanishwar, and Asutam, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. The right round is one way. Creative flow is slow. Come on.
Thank you, sir. So in this picture, the first part, you have a boy who is looking at a house nearby and he is painting. So that may be good for the drawing, but in life, God has given different question papers for everyone. But if you would like to copy others' lifestyle and induce their characters in yourself, that sometimes goes wrong, sir. So with whatever is your understanding and with whatever characteristics you are bestowed with, you have to live your life. And if something goes wrong, then you can change your characters instead of copying on what others are doing. That is the first half of the picture. In the second part, the man has grown older, but still he should have the attitude of being young, and with whatever adventures he goes on, with whatever the problems, he'll be able to save his ship if he has the attitude of being a young man. And when you look at the nature also, in the first part it is green, and the second part it has no leaves, only the dry branches. Sometimes man becomes more selfish for all his needs, and he forgets the nature, sir. So when you grow older, you have to be more careful on nature rather than taking care of yourself.
Beautiful.
Good.
Spoke about happiness and solitude. That was the crux, and Brinda's crux was evolution, and Kalpita's crux was claiming the own identity and not aping and copying the other people, and being the self. So understanding the self-worth. I appreciate that. So Mark again 29 out of 30, and now Tanishwar followed by Asatama. Tanishwar, come on.
Okay, I'm gonna be sharing my ideas on this picture. So in the one on the left, there's like a boy drawing, and it's like this, and then you see like a guy, like a middle-aged guy, and then on the right it's an old man. And I saw this as like the same village. I thought that, so like from the left there, that little boy is like the person sitting on the picture on the right, like they're the same people. And then the village is the same, and the trees, and on the picture on the left, the trees don't have, the trees have leaves, and on the right they don't have leaves. So what I thought is like, it's just from the future to the past, and like that face is always there.
Fantastic. So it's retrospection and introspection, analyzing the past, analyzing the future. So that's what is the overview and crux of what Tanishwar has mentioned. Good job, Tanishwar.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, Siddharth, you want a chance? That's what you're saying?
Yes, sir. I want to say my idea after Ashwattharaman.
Yeah, so what we are going to do is Aswattharaman speaks, Dakshin speaks, and then Siddharth speaks. Anjana also wants to speak. I was thinking of giving 4 pictures. We have only completed 2 pictures. Fine. So we'll finish up fast and we'll go to the next picture. Aswattharaman. Yes, Anjana, I'm coming to you. Tanishwar Mark, right? 28. Yeah.
So in this image, there's like 2 faces mentioned, sir. But if you look closely, sir, in one image, it's just like a small hut, sir. So
Yes, sir.
it doesn't look like it has a garden, just like a small house just for living and doing other things, sir. But in the other side, sir, it has like a house. It has like borders and gardens, sir. This like looks so rich, sir. But in the house, which is like looks like so poor, sir, it resembles like beautiful match image, sir. Yeah.
நம்ம வந்து ஒரு மேலா இருக்கும்போது மேல டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணும்போது ஸ்மார்ட்னு சொல்லலாம், ஹேண்ட்ஸம்னு சொல்லலாம். நம்ம ஒரு மேலா இருக்கும்போது ஆப்போசிட் ஜெண்டர் சொல்லுவோம் பியூட்டிஃபுல் சொல்லுவோம். மேல வந்து மேலே பியூட்டிஃபுல் ஹேண்ட்ஸம் ஸ்மார்ட் குட் லுக்கிங்.
So he looks so happy, sir. But at the other side, like that's so rich, it's like old man, sir. He looks a bit like grumpy, sir.
Yeah.
So so in the perspective of this artist, sir, he says that the one who's so like one who looks like the poor image, sir. He mentioned it's like a diamond, sir. At the same time, it for the rich, sir, looks like the opposite of diamonds, sir.
Okay.
For example, sir, the poor people, like we know about many things, sir. Like we have lots of things, sir, but we still get the knowledge of many things like a rich car or like for kids, most kids know about the game consoles, sir. But that the kids poor, they don't know, sir. They just know what they have and they have more instance to explore, sir. Like they don't know is what they're going to do is like dangerous or not, sir.
Beautiful. Very well. நல்ல இன்ஃபுளுன்ஸ் தான். அப்படியே தப்பா கரெக்டானு தெரியல.
Sir, like the heart I don't see.
No. 29. You did good. Okay, so Siddharth, would you mind if I go for Anjana and then come back to you?
Okay, sir. I don't mind.
All right, thank you. Anjana, you can go for your. Yeah.
My idea was that it was like a generation of like the kids and then like their fathers who have passed away.
Okay. Generation. Okay, so you mean to say that the 2 faces belong to 2 different generations?
Yes. And then the 2
Good
generations.
one. That's a good idea from you. So 28 for Anjana.
Thank you.
We see Siddharth Saravakumar's opinion and then Dakshin Siddharth's opinion, and then we are going to the next picture if time permits. We don't have much time for Vrinda because Vrinda's parent has already come, Dakshin's parent has already come. Siddharth, go.
Okay, sir. So from my idea is that the main picture, the middle-aged man we see on the left side, is one of the villagers from the village seen in that photo on the left side. He leaves that village, goes to a city to find a better job, but then he comes back to live out the rest of his life, and he becomes old. That's the right side. And then the small kid we see on the left side of the picture is a kid that grew up in the village and lived there. He's just a normal kid that wants to go outside but doesn't have enough money, so he just lives in the village the whole life. And on the right side, when the old man comes back to the village, the kid grows up a bit more and is now doing a job to help the village. That is all.
What an artistic view! Brilliant, brilliant. Beautiful artistic view. The amount of improvement you're showing, you just can't have any idea how much happy you are making me today. Very good. Very nice. 29 for Siddharth. The twin image of Siddharth Saravakumar, Dakshin Siddharth, is now speaking. Yeah.
Sir, the major concept behind my interpretation of the picture is time, sir. I give you 4 instances from the picture which shows the power of time and the impact of time can have. So first we have 2 trees in the first picture, and we have a lot of trees in the second picture, but the predominant 2, like we compare it to the 2 predominant trees in the first picture. The first picture, the 2 predominant trees are leaves, but in the second picture they don't have leaves. So maybe as the time passed by, they lost all the leaves. So it could represent this in time, as time passes, anything can happen, sir. So in this scenario, let's say a person was once rich and wealthy, but as soon as time passed by, him being
fading out.
Yes, fading out, and he lost all the popularity which he had. So that is one possibility which happened with the passage of time. The next one is the first picture you could see a boy painting, sir, and in the second picture you could see a shepherd, sir. So maybe the boy wanted to become a painter, but with the passage of time, there were certain things that he could not meet, and he ended up becoming a shepherd, sir. So unpredictability of time. And then if you take a look at the surface, sir, in the first picture, it's not too green, sir. Like there's very little grass and vegetation.
Don't you think that's manually being trimmed and trimmed?
Yes, manually.
It has not been naturally becoming like that. So you change your perspective on that, or you let go there.
So maybe like
please understand that most of them, as per the drawing, everything is manually. Yes.
Everything is manually. But it's considered that this place has like no green.
Ancient value.
Yes, ancient value thing. As time goes by, you can see that the second picture has got lush green grass and everything, sir. So my just main concept behind it is in time we could get glorious things. So that's the third interpretation. If you take the overall look and overall look in both of the pictures, sir, this is a young man and the second one is a older man. So again, and the last one is the first picture is more like a dawn period, so like early morning, and here it's evening. Second part of it.
Wonderful.
Good job, Dakshin.
Brief history of time. Stephen Siddharth. Okay, so the explanation was more on time evolution. Dakshin Siddharth's thought on that. Wait, 29, not 30 for that. Okay, so we have a time crunch here. Vrinda's parent is waiting and Dakshin's parent is also waiting. So we will have to move along. And I was thinking of one more picture to be involved. The time is about 7:20:25.
21, sir.
7:21. My voice.
7:22.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Say okay. We are seeing the last picture, boys and girls, and then we are done. Actually, we'll find it on the launch. Maybe she's busy in the car, speaking for something. Sorry. Yeah, so let's move on to the third picture and the last picture of today, the entire session. Now, The people who have not spoken, take chance and try to. And it's coming up. So this is the picture, boys and girls. Person number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and look at here. An angelic view of a person having wings over here, and there is a kind of a cliff that is cut down very vastly with greeneries, and 2 or 3 people trying to climb up over here. Clear sky, and, mountains abound, and there is a balloon in this guy's hand, and an eagle over here, and people are pleasingly completely involved into the construction of things. Yeah, the construction is pretty good so far, and this is it. Soldier. Brinda will give the first inference and she will leave. Okay. All right, enough. Both doing a party. Okay, so let me first of all get the stock of the volunteers who are willing to speak. Mitra has raised the hand. Taneshwar, Balaji, Guru Prasanna. Wow. Good. Sit down, please. Taneshwar, Anjana. Okay. Dakshin Siddharth, Aswathaman. Okay, almost everybody in the online format and direct format. So we'll go one by one. So we will relieve Brinda because Brinda's parent is waiting. So Brinda, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah.
Sir, in this picture, a lot of them are involved in construction work, sir. So it is, I think it may be a fantasy world because the angel is there and a person is flying with a balloon. So a lot of birds is a pleasant environment, sir. Pleasant environment. So here I see the unity, sir. So it might be a very tough work, sir. So while we are doing very tough work, sometimes we feel like it will take too long, sir. But a sister or a friend comes and helps with a very good heart, sir, like a very deep thinking. They will come and help us in any point of view, sir. So that time they will show their unity, sir. So here the united heart of people to make others, sir, because it's a construction of a bridge, I think, sir. So that where the vehicles can move nicely, properly, sir, and it will not damage the people. So here I would say the main place is all unity and the strength and hard work of the people, sir. So as while we are seeing Rangade Basanti, sir, you said about
Rangide Basanti, Rangasamy Rangasamy son of Basanti is one of yeah.
So while you are showing the movie, sir, so you said about the friendship and the unity. So I involved here, sir. So one more thing, sir, here one person is falling down, sir. It's about, and the other person is
Let's see who's that next to that.
helping him, sir. So there the one angel also stands. There is about a person who is always there for us to see, sir. That is positive emotion, sir.
Siddharth.
Yes.
No, Siddharth is the boy with the dog.
Oh, நீங்க ஐகான் கேக்குறீங்க சார். அஞ்சனா கோபால், சித்தார்த், தானேஸ்வர், குரு.
Guru அது.
ஆமா சார். Nothing சொல்றது டாட் லைன் இருக்கு சார். பிரதிசல் டாக்ஸ்.
அதான்
Sir, this was really a very good angel, sir. Angel means positive vibration, sir.
How can we infer that is an angel? I mean, just because the person has got wings, how can we infer that he is an angel?
Sir,
Maybe a person who is living in the dream world, while there is something to be concentrated importantly, he is living in a dream world.
sir, I am considering it as an angel. You can't tell what it is.
அப்ப fairy tale world.
Actually, எனக்கு சரிமா
So always we have to keep the positive vibration around us, sir. It's not about how much of what we do or it might go vain, sir. We have to be very positive and then we have to help others, sir. So So that is what I learned.
Fantastic. When you see somebody as an angel, wings and hell, both are available for angel. I want to hell. Yeah. Hello, Lily.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yellow symbol is okay, so Brinda has given a wonderful entrance. Perhaps she has consumed this session so very well for her advantage. And I'm really happy because of the given fact that she was absent for a complete week. And she's going to be absent for another week too. Friday. Sarithara week exam. Friday. So Brinda will be available only on Friday. So for her reason, I'll have to postpone the finals of Viva of CS2. Okay? 12 presentation topic. Now, we'll have our time on. So, everybody say bye to Udish.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, just like Brinda is leaving, and I will advise you. Bye, friends. Expect great things in this show. Right, okay. Yeah, thank you. Bye. Bye. Thank you. So, see you in the CS. Huh? Okay. So, just like Brinda leaves, Dakshin's parent has come. So, Dakshin says his entrance and he also leaves. So, I don't know what
Sir, it was Taneshwar, sir. Emojis, Taneshwar emojis.
Hey,
once again, Taneshwar.
Yes, sir. Taneshwar was doing.
madam, ரொம்ப முக்கியம்.
Sir, all of them are okay.
Panir, Taneshwar, one more time. The penguin thing.
Sir, in his profile, it's really good, sir. Sir, the 5 are coming in the screen, sir. In his profile, the penguin is dancing, sir. One penguin is dancing.
Sir, talking about Spider-Man. Now then, sir. Talking about the basic. Yes.
No, you don't know. Come on. Okay, so we will hear Dakshin Siddharth's inference.
So there are two kinds of people as far as completing the Williams system. Like we have groups in order to facilitate the easy completion of a particular assignment. So there are people who go along with the group and they act as good teammates. And then there are few other great people who try to do stunts on their own and they end up falling down and embarrassing themselves. So the top half of the picture, you can see that all the members are dedicatedly fixed upon building the picture. They want to just get the work done. Though it might be so sometimes to complete a project, if it's a team, it's slower than what we do individually, because it takes a lot of time for people to gel together, to contact everyone. It's difficult, sir. But despite all the difficulties, they are still time makers, sir. But here you can see a lot of people who are trying to do things on their own, and they are ending up with problems. For instance, you have this bird coming and trying to poke the balloon and get covering the ball. So it's difficult if you move away from the group and try to do flamboyant things on your own, sir. And you can see that this guy is really close. Maybe because he's like very greedy and he wants all the spotlight to be on him. And eventually he might also fall down, sir. So as long, but if you see all the members on the bridge, they're very safe, sir. Until they attain success, they're in a safe position and they're all together, they're like a family. All the other people, they are trying to do stunts on their own. They want to stop a spotlight to be on themselves, sir, which is not advisable. So in a particular mission or in a particular project, being a team player is better than being individual.
Well done, Takshana.
Well done, Dakshin.
Well done, Dakshinanna.
We got heavy number of people waiting online. We have Mithura, Kalika, Asandaman, we have Guru Prasanna, we have Siddharth, we have Taneshwar. We still have about 6 people to say. So who will give them? Congratulations on. Congratulations. Okay, so.
Well done, Auntie.
Well done, Andy. Balaji. Yeah, she thanked you, Balaji. Okay, so since Darshan's parent has got something to speak to me, so we will finish up and we will leave all together. Anil, I'll come back to you.
Yes.
Anjana, come on. You wanted to say.
Sir, Anjana, sir, Siddharth.
Yeah, Anjana first.
Sir,
Ah.
my idea of this was that it was based off on a song called "To the Other Side." There's a dude that's painting the bridge, and then there's like a bunch of people that are like carrying things to build the bridge. So they're like expanding their community, and then the dude with the wings is watching out for birds just in case the birds are bothering the builders.
Beautiful. Wow.
Thank you.
Well done, Anjana. Nice idea, nice idea. Always thinking on artistic fashion. Good. Okay, so Guru Prasanna, your idea?
Yes,
Anjana gets, once again, Anjana gets 28, Darshan gets 29. Vrinda also gets 28. Okay, Guru, come on.
Yes, sir. So, sir, my opinion is, sir, is like that, sir. Sir, it's all about one destiny and a different perspective, sir. Sir, because a group of people are traveling through and they are building through a bridge and they are traveling to reach the other mountain. And some people are one of the men is flying with the balloons, and one of the man is flying with the wings, and with the ladders they are trying to reach the mountain, sir. Sir, it's all about the destiny and different perspectives of all the persons, sir. With one destiny, we all have different perspectives, sir.
Guru Prasanna, just like I was telling Siddharth Sarankumar, you are making me happy with the improvement. So I'm very happy with the improvement you have. Good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, friends.
All right, we are coming down to the last two online numbers and the last three direct numbers. Siddharth, your view.
Sir, I have two interpretations of this. Can I see both of them?
Sorry, Siddharth.
Sir, I have two Okay. So my first one is that all of these people, they started off in a competition, a race to get to some destination, and they have to pass to they have to pass through this valley. So the people in the top, the six people, they're all working together to get to the other side by building the bridge. But then the people in the bottom, they don't want to work with them. They want to be greedy and they want to get to the other side themselves and get the prize for only themselves. So they're going their own way, like the guy with the balloon. He's going his own way without taking help from the people with the bridge. But he's gonna fail because there's a bird who's gonna pop all the balloons and he's gonna fall to his death. Then there's the guy with the wings who thinks he's gonna fly across there, but then he doesn't know whether he's gonna make it or not. He's just believing that he'll make it. And then there's people on the sides, like the people on the wall. They're trying to climb up. One wrong mistake, and he could fall to his death. Same as all of them. But the people on the top, they're playing it safe, and they're building the bridge so that they won't. They have 100% chance of living and getting all the way across. That's my first interpretation.
Your second one, the first interpretation is more on a scientific way and more of logical conclusions. I really appreciate that because brain works on a different way if you think on this kind of fashion. I'm happy about it. Come up with your second inference.
My second one is that these people are going through their life. They're all trying to get to the other side. That means like the other side is their future. The way they are right now, the place they are, that is their present. The thing they're each person is doing a thing that helps them to get to their side. So each person is living their own life in a different way than other people to get to their own future and to make it better. They're doing this right now thinking that it's good for their future, but they don't know whether or not it will work. So these people, some of them, the thing they're doing right now won't help them in the future, but take them down. But the people on the bridge, their future will be successful because they make it through the valley alive without getting hurt. That is it.
Very well done, Siddharth.
Thank you.
29 for Siddharth Saravanan. Okay, two interpretations, and Siddharth had been really good in terms of explaining things. Yeah, the last person in the online format, Taneshwar. Go.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the picture. So there's some people, so there's two cities, one's on the left side and there's one on the right side. And then there's some people that want to migrate to the other side. And, for that reason, they're building a bridge. But the people that are building the bridge, they want to show their wealth to everyone. So first they start off with gold, and then they make the bridge out of gold. And second, they make it out of steel or silver. And lastly, they make it out of copper. And because of this, they lost many materials. So they couldn't get to the other side, and they had to rely on the bottom. You see there's people on the bottom. So because they wanted to like show off their stuff, and they weren't able to like get across the proper way, and they just wasted all their stuff. And that was my interpretation of it.
Well done.
Good job.
So, Ritan, I am so happy that you showed your willpower for attending this session in spite of your illness and your doctor's appointment is 7:30. Make sure you go to your uncle, Soundararajan sir, and don't meddle up with yourself to go and consult with some other doctor. Fine, so we're all leaving here. You leave now. I have 5 minutes business because I need to listen to Mitra Kalpita and Aswathaman on this, and then we'll continue. So Ritan, you can leave now. Keep shining. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, friends. Expect great
Bye.
things in life and
Thank
live
you.
strong.
Higher than expected things are strong.
Last 3 expressions on the picture, and then we are done for a 2 minutes.
Sir, once Ritan is got diagnosed, sir, his nice voice is being.
Yeah, you'll be all right. I'm feeling bad for you. Okay. Your expression.
Sir, I had two interpretations. Sir, I got it very short, sir. First one, yes, first one, sir, the passion, sir. If you are forced into something, sir, like few people nowadays, more than people going into the getting into the job that they have passion towards, sir. Instead of that, people are forced to get into a job due to their livelihood. So there are lots of reasons behind it. Sometimes crisis, financial crisis, and so on, sir. But if we still have the patience, sir, yes, various people are doing various jobs, sir. What I understood from this, if we have passion towards a job, then that is successful. So that will be a successful one. And at the same time, we would be even more contented and even more happy when we do that particular job. So you would always emphasize on the job satisfaction that you would have, sir, after completing a wonderful session. And you have even remarked on few sessions which you, after which you had job satisfaction, sir. So that will be emphasized when you do a job that for which you have more passion, sir. And the second thing, if there is this picture is the best example for the thought, if there is a will, there is a way, sir. Like that can be emphasized on 3 particular occurrences, sir. The first on the left side, sir, if you see the road, that's the end on the starting of the bridge, sir. You can see like a golden layout, sir. Like it is not possible to lay like a golden road, sir, but few countries are trying to do something out like a small idol or something using gold, sir, like a small thing, sir. I watched it someday, sir. I don't know how correctly, sir. If there is a will, there is a way. Number 1 occurrence, sir. Number 2, sir, only the bridge is for half a way, sir. On the one side it is in grey color and one side it is in the red color, sir. A small part is red, sir. Well, the remaining is completely black, but on the other side, sir, there is like the edge of a mountain, sir, where people are using their hammers to work on that particular side, sir. So again, the second occurrence for that particular plot, sir. And for the final occurrences, if you can see, sir, Dakshina mentioned about a bird poking on the balloon, sir. Near that a person is trying to climb, sir, using a ladder. But ladder is not that, it would never be that tall to reach the sky limit, sir. So these are my inferences about 2 inferences.
Infinite possibilities.
Yes,
to make a question, to make a long story short, infinite possibilities.
Yes.
Poetry. Kalpita, Sri's inference now.
Sure.
29 hours.
Sir, you didn't say my point, sir. For last.
Your score is, Tanishwar, your score was 28.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. Now, last but one, Kalpita, Aswathaman, and then we are done.
Sir, I have 3 points to mention. Sir, I'll say it quickly, sir. The first one is that when you take in the job perspective, you have 2 persons, sir. One who does the job with pleasure and the one who does it with pressure, sir. The one who does it with pleasure is being happy and is having a merry mind and working together with everyone. And he is trying to work on more for that company, sir. They're making the bridge and they're trying to complete the bridge, sir. And the other one who's doing it with pressure, he is coming down, sir. Where he can go up the straight tapping the wings, sir. And the way he can tap his wings is when he takes pressure in doing his job, sir. And that is the first one, sir. The second one is, sir, they have set up a curved steel base, sir, and that is what is holding the entire bridge, sir. So when you are in teenage or when you are youngster, it is more important to set the base, like setting your goal or shaping your characters and removing all the negative thoughts you have. And that is how you can grow into a gentleman or a woman, sir. So base setting is more
Foundation.
Yes. And the next one is they are building the bridge above the mountains. So whenever possible, you have to think out of the box. Do not set boundaries for yourselves. So these are the 3 points.
Beautiful points. Consistently 29 again for Kalpita. Okay, real quick, fast.
Sir, the environment in the mentioned in the pictures, like the beauty of the earth, sir, and like the eagle poking the hot air balloon, it's like also the dangers it has, sir. And the humans are actually like very enthusiastic and really wanting to explore, sir. So starting up with like the first, it has a bit like a timeline reference, sir. Starting with
You have included a lot in vocabulary. It's one of the, yeah, we have featured 3 class.
Sir, like the first golden layout, sir, is the starting of the human point, sir. The humanity, sir. He doesn't know much things, but he's hardworking, sir. So he could make a golden layout, sir. After that, when like more technology came and like invention started, sir, more people came, sir. They were more enthusiastic, sir. And they made a super layout, sir. And but eventually, sir, they just started to evolve from more, sir, to someone called to their answer.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Sir, shall I take
It's one of the concept.
Sir, they are like.
Okay.
Sir, going to finish, coming to the last point.
Going to finish or coming to finish?
Coming to the last point. The hardworking, sir. After that, till now, sir, they like it's been more rusty because we have a teamwork, sir. Like, but what we are doing is in the silver layout, sir. They picked their own parts and started to build, sir. But they did some help, like giving them the things. But here, sir, they have to manage everything by their own, and so that some people couldn't manage, sir. Like everything when they have to do this by their own, it's becoming more rusty and they are not able to finish much.
Right. 29, you get 29 out of 30. You're expressing things really well. Okay, fine. So we are coming to the close. So, Siddharth Kumar, Taneshwar, Anjana, Balaji, Natish and Pratisha. I'm so happy that you have been coming all along. I know you've been waiting for a long time and participated well. I'm very happy that Anjana, Siddharth and Taneshwar have taken full account of advantage out of this session. Very well.
Thank you so much.
Well done, friend.
Right.
Thank you. Well done, friends.
Yeah, we will see the impact of CRS on Monday evening, use batch people. So, any questions before we say bye to each other? Online people? Guru Prasanna, Terinda.
Sir, one thing, sir, about the only screen time, sir.
Tell me, quick.
Yes, sir. Sir, about screen time, sir. Sir, like yesterday, because of the COVID-19 protocols, England versus India match got cancelled, sir. So I got, sir, sir, if this happens, means I will be frustrated, sir. But I felt happy because yes, I had lot of time to do my other works in my home, sir.
Super. What?
So I have a question. I have a question.
Right. Good job. Good job, Guru. Siddharth?
This question is for Guru. If the India versus Europe game was going on, would you have done your homework or not?
Yes, that I would have done it, but not full, with full of concentration. I would have done both the works at a time.
So, but would you get 100% in your class for the homework or a 0?
Right.
Not 100%, not 0, like 50-50 percentage.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Any other points by anybody else? Before we close?
No, sir.
Okay. Right. So, Balaji, Guru Prasanna, Anjana, Taneshwar, Siddharth, Natish, and Pratisha. US batch people, see you on your Monday evening. Indian batch people, see you on your Monday evening. Right? Okay. Yeah. So for US, it's Tuesday early morning. Expect get things on this song. See you on Monday evening. Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye, friends.
Bye, sir.
Keep
Thank
shining
you.
strong.
Thank you. Bye, sir.
Keep shining strong.
Bye, sir. Bye, everyone.